All right, we're back, and what do we have here? Looks like a parade of women entering the ring in sparkling robes, one-piece swimsuits, and, oh yeah, classic 80s hairdos.
It's like someone flipped the channel and landed on a beauty pageant. Did the AWA accidentally book the Metrodome with Miss Midwest 1986?
Honestly, I'm waiting for someone to start singing their talent portion or handing out roses. Are we still at Wrestle Rock, or did we just stumble into a fashion show for hairspray companies?
Whatever it is, it's peak 80s. Sparkle, sequins, and hairstyles big enough to block the nosebleed seats.
Look, I'm not saying the AWA is grasping at straws to keep people entertained during intermissions, but yeah, this feels like grasping at straws.
Hey, maybe this is my dad's idea of broadening the appeal. Wrestling for the dads and swimsuit for everyone else.
Let's hope they got more to offer than just glitter and Aquanet, or we might lose the crowd to the concession stands.
Okay, but what's the point here? Are they wrestlers? Dignitaries? Did they just wander in from the local mall fashion show?
Whatever it is, one thing's for sure. They've got more style than anyone we've seen in the ring tonight.
All right, folks, we've got a 10-woman battle royal featuring Sherri Martel, Luna Vachon, Joyce Grable, Kat LaRue, Rose Devine, sister of Candi Devine, Taylor Thomas, Despina Montagus, Misty Blue Simms, and Debbie Combs.
And Luna Vachon is here, looking like her usual self. Half-shay head, lightning bolts all over. I mean, she looks like a human storm warning.
Meanwhile, former Minnesota Viking Stu Voigt is at ringside. Why is he here? No idea. But fun fact, in October 2016, he was sentenced to 6 months in prison and fined $100,000 for his role in a multi-million-dollar fraud scheme.
So his next big play wasn't exactly on the field. It's more like tackling white-collar crime. Maybe he's here to keep track of eliminations. And speaking of which, forgive me or not for not being able to keep track, but I have no idea who just got eliminated.
Well, that's one way to make a quick exit. It's like, I came, I saw, I got tossed. No time wasted.
I'm counting 9 in there right now, unless I am miscounting. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Ron, we believe you, but at this point, I think we need to get you a calculator, or maybe just a simpler match where the math isn't this confusing.
Seriously, though, did he even see the elimination? Feels like he's just winging it and hoping no one questions him.
Battle Royal. And there is a lot of bad blood in there. The only way a wrestler is... I'm counting 9 in there right now, unless I am miscounting. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Honestly, I'm not even sure the wrestlers know who got eliminated. This is turning into a game of musical chairs with slightly more violence.
Well, let's see how long it takes for someone to clarify who's left in this match, or if Ron just keeps counting until he gets bored.
I mean, at this rate, we'll be lucky if we figure it out before the next intermission.
This match stems from the ongoing feud between Candi Devine and Sherri Martel over the belt. And let's just say, there's no love lost in this ring tonight.
And speaking of the ring, the one-piece suits are alive and well in this match. It's like a retro pool party broke out, except the only thing getting splashed is the wrestling action.
Honestly, the fashion choices are more consistent than the camera work, but we'll get to that in a second.
And former Minnesota Viking Stu Voigt is at ringside doing absolutely nothing. The man has no clue what's going on. He's just sitting there like, well, I used to tackle people for a living. Now I'm just trying to figure out if this is a wrestling match or a rehearsal for American Gladiators.
Yeah, Stu's giving off major where am I and why am I here vibes. Someone hand him a playbook before he wanders into the ring. 2 more women have been eliminated. At least I think they have. As usual, the AWA cameramen are focused on something else. It's like they're trying to capture every confused expression in the crowd instead of what's happening in the ring.
I mean, at this point, they're more interested in filming Stu Voigt wondering if he left his car running through the actual eliminations.
Even Ron Trongard is struggling to keep up here. He's trying to call the action, but it's like he's narrating a match that's happening in a different time zone.
Ron's doing his best, but he missed those eliminations completely. It's like he's flipping through the pages of the script, only to realize He skipped the part where the wrestlers went flying over the ropes.
I mean, let's be honest, this match is pure chaos, and Ron Trungar is just along for the ride, just like the rest of us. But hey, at least Luna's 10 is still flawless.
Stick around, folks. We've got more eliminations, confusion, and questionable commentary coming your way. Gary Michael Capetta informs us that Kat LaRue has been eliminated. Good to know. I was starting to wonder if she was just here for the free snacks.
I mean, honestly, with the camera work we've seen tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if she left 5 minutes ago and no one noticed.
Also, Taylor Thomas and Luna Vachon are eliminated. Luna climbs the ropes, kind of inverted in the corner, and gets pushed out by Candi Devine.
And now Luna's out, screaming wildly like she's the female vocalist in the Florida Wild Ones. I mean, I half expect her to grab a mic and start a rock concert instead of heading to the back.
Despina Montagas goes for a big power bomb. You got to give it to her. This Greek woman is not messing around. She's basically saying, you wanted a match? Here's a free lift with a side of regret.
Meanwhile, Debbie Combs is unloading body shots on Sherri Martel against the ropes. Candi is struggling mightily just to stay in there. Double whip on double clothesline. And here comes Joyce Grable off the ropes with a drop kick, but she accidentally hits Sherri instead.
Throws her arms up in victory like she's already planning her post-match interview, but here comes Sherri Martel from behind.
And Sherri Martel wins with a 1995 Royal Rumble style finish. She pulled the ultimate sneaky move, and now she's standing tall at Wrestle Rock.
Say what you want about this match. It had its moments, but Sherri knew exactly when to strike. That's the savvy of a veteran.
Yeah, it's a little ironic that this battle royal ended with more strategy than half the matches on this card. Sherri Martel played this one smart.
And here comes Stu Boyd, ex-Minnesota Viking, to hand Sherri a check for $50,000 for winning the Women's Battle Royal.
50 grand? That's basically half of what he'd owe in his federal fine for committing fraud. In wrestling, you win big money, but in real life, you just pay it right back. Talk about poetic justice.
It's truly incredible that on a card full of pro wrestlers, the kind of guys you'd assume have a shady backstory, the football guest is the only one with a fraud conviction. Guess he thought the end zone wasn't the only place you could score. Turns out the courtroom works too.
That should tell you everything you need to know about this Battle Royal. It felt like walking into a wrestling match and a random episode of Who's That, all at the same time.
Meanwhile, we're sitting here still trying to figure out who half the women were in this match. And we're only halfway through the card. Do you see what I'm putting up with here? At this rate, I might need a second intermission for my sanity.
And now we're heading into a 10-minute intermission, because clearly the best way to fix a bad show is to make it longer. If I wanted to break this badly, I'd have just taken a nap.
On the bright side, at least someone is getting something out of this disaster, even if it's not us watching.
Yeah, Sherri gets 50 grand. Rose and Summers want tag titles, and we get to sit through another intermission. Who's really winning here? Not the fans, that's for sure.